Hello and welcome to another incredible video coming straight from the Residual Royalty Academy. My goal and intention with this channel is to show you how to go from zero to at least $1,000 per month within 3 or 4 months using KDP, that's Kindle Direct Publishing. So if you're brand new to the channel and you want to find out more about KDP, then you can watch all these videos here, but what you can also do is sign up to the free course. It puts all the most important ones in the correct order. So sign up to that free course and you're going to learn a lot about how to publish your first 5, 10, 50 or 100 books. If you think you know a few things about KDP but you want to really go to the next level and get to $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month, then sign up to the Royalty Accelerator and you're going to learn a lot of advanced stuff in there. So the link to that is in the description, as is the link to the free course. But in today's video, I want to talk about why I don't do merch by Amazon or any other print-on-demand platforms like Etsy or Redbubble or Teespring or any of the other print-on-demand services, and why I only stick to KDP. So if you don't know what merch by Amazon is, I'll just give you a quick introduction. I'm not an expert on this by any means, so I'm just looking at their landing page. So it's pretty similar to KDP in the fact that you upload some artwork, set a price, Amazon will print it and send it, and you get monthly royalties. In effect, it's basically KDP but with t-shirts. So you kind of make a design, put it on a t-shirt, and if somebody buys it, then Amazon will do the rest for you and you'll get some royalties at the end of the month. So that's what merch by Amazon is, but I want to tell you why I don't do it and why I don't do any other print-on-demand websites or platforms. So the reason comes down to focus. So focus, F-O-C-U-S, stands for follow one course until successful. So I want to draw something out for you just to make an example of why I don't do those other ones. So let's say you have 100 bars of energy or 100 bars of, say, mental focus. So let's draw each bar as 10. Let's draw this circle here. It's not a great circle, I do apologize. And let's make some red lines. So let's say this is you and you're trying to do 10 different things at once. Maybe you're trying to do drop shipping, you're trying to do some eBay, you're trying to do some KDP, you're trying to do merch, you're trying to do Etsy. You're trying to do all these different things. Maybe you've got another business on the side you're trying to do. Maybe you've got other things going on. And you're really just spreading your time out quite a lot. So let's say you've got 10 bars worth of energy or commitment or sort of dedication. So you got 10 things like this going in different directions. So that's 6, 7, and each one of these arrows is a different venture or a different thing that you're working on. So if you have 100 bars of total energy and each one of these is 10, okay, then you're putting 10% of your efforts. This is just a very simple example. You're putting 10% of your efforts into one thing, 10% of your efforts into another thing, 10% of your efforts into another thing. And what you become is you become a jack of all trades, is what we call in England, and a master of none. So I'd rather be a master of 1 or 2 things rather than just be okay at 10 different things. Because if you're putting 10% of effort into KDP or 10% of effort into merch, then you're going to get 10% of the results. In my opinion, it's better, let's go back to the black one, you'd be much better off following one course until successful. So if you have 100, if you can put 80 or 90 or even 100 if you have the time straight into one single thing, you're going to get much better results because you're going to be working a lot harder than other people. You're going to be spending more time, you're going to be getting more knowledge, and you're going to become much better at that one thing. So this is something that I've learned from a guy on YouTube called Sam Evans, and other people talk about it as well. You can get books like The One Thing. So I'll put some links in the description, but you should watch this guy on YouTube if you do have the time. So Sam Evans talks about this in some of his videos. There's also a book you can read called The One Thing, which talks about a similar sort of concept to this. It's not difficult to understand really that if you put more of your time into one thing, then it's more likely to become successful. And when it does become successful, maybe you can hire other people to sort of manage it for you, and you can outsource things, and then you can go and work on other things at the same time once you've mastered one of them and it's up and running and it's successful. So what I would say as well, another great thing that I've learned recently, is if you're doing one thing, so if you're doing one thing, let's say you're doing, I'll just give an example of me. So let's say I'm doing KDP, which is sort of a form of publishing. If I then create a course that's related to publishing, it's not too difficult to spend time on it because it's very similar to what I was already doing. But if I said, okay, I'm doing KDP, and then I said, okay, now I'm going to go and do something completely different. Like I'm going to go and set up a food delivery business or something like that. This is just a completely random example. If you do something that's very unrelated to what you're already doing, it's going to be harder and it's going to take more of your mental energy to go and do that thing. So if you're doing KDP, then maybe you want to make a course about it, or maybe you want to do other types of publishing. You want to do high content, or you want to create fiction books, or you want to create big novels that you can sell. You want to create audiobooks, something like that that's closely related to what you're doing, in my opinion, is going to be way easier than doing something completely different. So that's just my thoughts at the moment, and that's why I don't do merch by Amazon or any of those other things. I mean, they are kind of closely related to KDP, but I would just rather focus my time on the things that bring me the most value and the things that are going to bring me the best results. Maybe this is something to think about. Maybe you've not got time to do other things anyway. Maybe you've got school or a job and you're only doing KDP as well, which is absolutely fine. But in my opinion, if you do want to go on to other things and you do want to create new branches, it's easiest to do things that are closely related to what you're already doing. So just keep that in mind. Of course, this is only my opinion. You don't have to agree with me. Maybe you do want to do 10 different things at once, but personally, it's just not what I would recommend. So thank you for watching this video. It's not been such a KDP related one, but we have talked about merch by Amazon, which is something that I've never actually touched on this channel before. I was just wanting to tell you why I don't do it or why I don't do other print on demand services. So to summarize, basically I would say, if you're doing 10 different things at once or 5, you're going to get less out of it because you're putting less into each one. It's better to focus on a smaller number of things as you can at one time. So check out this book here, The One Thing. Check out Sam Oven's YouTube channel. He's a really great thinker and a really great person. And as I say, if you do want to create another branch, once the one that you've already started has become successful, then try and keep it as closely related to what you're already doing as possible and save that mental energy and you'll get better results out of it. So thank you for watching this video. Remember, new videos on this channel are every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So I'll see you then.